Friends, welcome back to my channel. I promise. So in this tutorial I'm gonna be teaching you how to draft a tie in front crop top and a skirt with the Basque effect. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please kindly do so. So we'll make a straight line of our paper to serve as our starting point. Then we'll go down for the length of our crop top. I'm making use of 16 inches for this crop top plus 1 inch seam allowance, that's 17 inches. So I'll just go ahead and make all this point a straight line. So after I'm done making this top a straight line, let's go ahead and mark my shoulder measurement, 15 inches divided by 2, that's 7.5. Then at that point I will go down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. So the neck width for this back piece is 4 inches and the neck depth is 1 inch. So I'll just go ahead and make my neck curve. And I'll use my ruler to slant my shoulder to meet my neck width. Then at that shoulder point, I'll go down by 7 inches for my armhole depth. I'll use my ruler to make it a straight line. And at that point, I'll mark my round bust measurement, which is 32 inches divided by 4. That's 8 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. Then I'll mark my shoulder measurement to 7.5 on that bust point. And I'll use my ruler to make it a straight line to meet my shoulder point. I'll divide my armhole depth by 2. Then at that point, I'll go in by half an inch to make my armhole curve. So I'll just go ahead and use my free hand to make my armhole curve. So I'll measure my round waist measurement at that point, which is 25 inches divided by 4, that's 6.5 plus 1 inch seam allowance. Now I'll use my ruler to slant to meet my bust point. So this is basically all for the drafting of the back piece. I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So after I'm done cutting, I'll just go ahead and liberate my back piece, and that's all for the back piece. So we'll move to drafting of the front piece. We'll measure 8 inches. You can go ahead and measure 9, 10, depending on how long you want the tie in front to be. Sure what you have left is enough for your round basic body. So I'll just use my ruler to make this point a straight line. Then after I'm done, I'll place my back piece directly at that point. Then I'll use my pin to pin it down to keep it in place. So after I'm done using my pin to keep it in place, I'll just use my ruler to align the front piece, the length of the front piece to be exactly like the back piece. And I'll use my scissors to cut it out. I'll use my scissors to trim all the excess. I'll trim the front piece to be exactly like the back piece. Just the way I'm doing, guys. So after I'm done trimming, I will go ahead and remove the back piece from the front piece. So the neck depth for this front piece, I'm making use of 6 inches. So I'll measure 6 inches at that point. So I'll just use my free hand to curve to meet my neck width. For that down part, I went up by 2 inches. I didn't know that the camera wasn't videoing that part. I'm sorry about that. So I just use my ruler to slant to meet the front of the crop top. And I use my hand to curve the neckline to meet the other part of the front of the, just the way I'm doing, guys. So after I'm done and I'm satisfied with what I have, then I'll use my scissors to cut it out. So this is basically all for the drafting of this front piece. You can see how it came out well. Tie in front is going to look like. So I'll just go ahead and label my front piece. So this takes us to the drafting of the skirt part. So the skirt length making use of is 17 inches, but we'll go ahead and measure 10 inches on this paper we have here. Just go ahead and make this 10 inches straight line. So at the top of the paper, I'll mark my round waist measurement, 25 divided by 4, that's 6.5 plus 1 inch seam allowance. So at the top of my paper, I'll go down by 8 inches for where my round hip measurement to be. So at that 8 inch point, I'll put my round hip measurement, which is 34 divided by 4, that's 8.5 plus 1 inch seam allowance. So I'll just use my free hand to make a curve to meet my waistline, and I'll make a curve to meet the end there. So for my waistline, I'll go down by 5 inches to make my back effect. Then I will go in at that point by 1 inch. That is for the seam allowance we measured there. So I just use my ruler to slant to meet the ends there. I just make a bit curve with my free hand to avoid this from being too pointy. So for the back piece of this skirt part, if you are making use of a stretching material, there's no need for you to add a zipper allowance. But you are making use of an Ankara material or any material that isn't stretchy, you'll be needing the zipper allowance for using wearing. For sake of this tutorial, I will not be making use of a zipper allowance. I'll just place it directly to my back paper and cut it out. So the skirt length for this skirt with a back is 17 inches, and I already make use of 10, so what we have left is 7 inches. So 7 inches will be the length of the ruffles we'll be cutting out. Then you go ahead and measure what you have round in that back effect. The back effect, you measure what you have round. After you are done measuring what you have round, you plus it by 2, that's the back and the front. Then what you have, you times it by 3, so that will be the width of the ruffles you'll be cutting out. So this is basically all for the drafting of the skirt part. We'll move to the drafting of the sleeve of this crop top. So I'll make use of 7 inches for the length of this sleeve. So let's go ahead and make that 7 inches a straight line. So after I'm done making it a straight line, I'll measure 5 inches for the length of my cap, and I'll divide that 5 inches by 2, that's 2.5. Then I'll mark it at that point, and I'll make this point a straight line. So at top of my paper, I'll measure 2 inches. So after I'm done measuring 2, I'll measure my round bicep, my round bicep line, which my round upper arm, that is 11 inches. 11 inches divided by 2 plus 1 inch seam allowance. Then my round lower arm, which is 10 inches. 10 inches divided by 2, 5 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. So I'll just make my ruler to slant it. I'll just slant from that bicep line to meet the top of my paper in which I measured the 2 inches. So I'll just go ahead and make my cap curve, my sleeve curve. Yeah, what are they even calling it? Just go ahead and make my curve. So after I'm done making my curve, I'll just go ahead and cut it out. Friends, this is all for the drafting of the tie in front crop top and a skirt with a back effect. So guys, if this video was helpful, please like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next one. Bye.